Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Ross and welcome to Blind MTG. Today I will be showing you guys how I braille my Magic the Gathering cards. For those of you who don't know, I am blind. If you haven't figured that out from the channel yet, I am blind, I can't see at all, and braille is how I read my Magic cards. So without further ado, feel free to like, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. We're a new channel, so I really appreciate any feedback. But anyway, I almost said let's just jump into it. I watched too much Philip DeFranco. Before I jump into, I guess, how I braille my cards, I want to talk about the history behind it all. So I haven't been playing Magic for too long. I've been playing since 2018, about when Dominaria came out. And the reason why is because Sam, the person filming this video, my girlfriend, she brought home a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that she used to have back where she used to live. And she's like, oh yeah, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh all the time. And I got thinking, I was like, I've always wanted to play a card game, but I've never been the collecting type, and I just thought to myself, how would I even be able to do this? So I essentially walked into my LGS, sat down, and told the store owners, hey, teach me how to play Magic. I don't know how I'm going to learn how to play, but I want to learn how to play. And so Amanda, that's her name, was kind of like, okay. And so she taught me how to play just by reading me all the cards, and I thought to myself, I was like, okay, well, this is great, but there's no way I'm going to be able to play independently by myself without having someone to help me, which is kind of the whole goal. I don't want to have someone reading me my whole cards. And that's where I kind of decided, hey, there's got to be a way I could put Braille on my Magic cards. And long story short, I've been through a bunch of iterations on how I read my cards, but that's kind of another story for another video. But so here I am going to explain the process about how I do this. First, I'm going to show you an example of a Braille card. I have my Magic decks, or I guess a few of them. I mostly play Commander, but I have all my decks in Ultra Pro Satin Towers. So here is my Ultra Pro Satin Tower with one of my Commander decks in it, specifically Galta. And how do I know that without even opening it? Because I have Braille on the very top. That, again, I'm going to show you in this video, but that's Braille right there that says Galta. Anyway, so I'm going to open the deck box, and here are all my cards. Okay, so here I have Soul Ring. How do I know that? How do I know if this is a Soul Ring or a Cyclonic Rift? Who knows? I have Braille on it, and if you haven't guessed already, there's a lot of text on this card and not a lot of Braille. The thing is, Braille takes up a lot of room, and so much so that it would make my decks huge if I put all the text from this card in Braille. I wouldn't even have room. So I have to abbreviate all the information that I put on the card. And the way I do that is by going name of the card, abbreviated, cost of the card, and type of the card. So since this is Soul Ring, I don't have Soul Ring up here, I have Soul. And then below that, I have 1. Below that, art. Not even artifact, just art. Because I want to use as little Braille as possible because it makes my decks really, really big. Which is why I have to use Satin Towers. They're one of the few deck boxes that work for me. But anyway, that's how I know all these cards. And you can imagine that'd be a little bit difficult because I would have to remember a lot of cards. But I figured I could do it with Pokemon. I play a lot of Pokemon and memorize all the cries and all the sounds and the moves. I'm sure I could do it with Magic cards.
Look at Dixie. She's being a good girl.
She is.
She's a sleepy girl. Oh, hi, Dixie.
Alright. So you guys may be wondering, how does Braille even get on those cards? I certainly don't Braille on the cards themselves. Imagine brailing on a Cyclonic Rift or a Vidalcan Ori or something like that. I can't even imagine. That would be ridiculous. Well, I use what is called a Braille writer, and I'm going to grab that right now. Right over here. So this is a Braille writer, and it pretty much looks like an old-fashioned typewriter, except it's got way less keys. That's because Braille is made up of 6 dots, and you use combinations of those 6 dots to Braille, essentially. So here I have a box of Dragon Shield matte black sleeves, and these are the ones I always use, not only because they're great quality, but because they're very thick and it allows the Braille to stay on pretty easily without getting flat, because that can happen. So all you do is just line up with the corner right there, roll it in, and boom, I'm able to Braille just like that. And also if I get to I have to set the margin, but on bigger pieces of paper, if I get towards the end of it, it'll ding. It's literally like a typewriter except for Braille. And that's pretty much all it takes to put Braille on all my Magic cards. It is a tedious process, it does take a while, but that's the kind of stuff you have to do when you're blind, and I'm willing to do that in order to play this fantastic game. So Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you found it informative. Let me know in the comments, tweet at me on Twitter, all the information will be in the description, and I will see you guys next time.